after almost everyone losing faith in this game actually coming out, we can preload it. This video will cover everything you need to know about the launch of XDefiant. We've got region release times, Twitch drops, PCU spec requirements, and the SBMM system, or the lack thereof. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit ill. I'm actually very sick right now. But yeah, stick around. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the actual release times. So for US and Canada, it's going to be May 21st, 1 PM. For Europe, it's going to be May 21st, 7 PM. For South America, it's going to be May 21st, 2 PM. But for Oceania and Asia, it's going to be May 22nd, 3 AM. So my Asian and my Oceanian, is that even a word? Brothers, you guys have to get up at 3 AM. I just wanted to throw this in, because obviously this is like vital information to actually play the game. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one's pretty huge. Turns out we're getting 6 weeks of Twitch drops. Each week will give you 1 double weapon XP that will last 30 minutes. So altogether, you can get around 3 hours of double weapon XP. And that's actually pretty good for camo grinders, because the mastery system is going to need your weapons to be leveled up. And the free skins on top of that just make it worth it to just have a stream open while you're playing. And obviously this is great for the community because everyone's going to be flooding to Twitch and watching the game, and hopefully the hype's going to be pretty big. As for the quality of the camos, some of them do actually look pretty good. They're going to make great temporary camos for people who are doing the mastery camo grind. I'm definitely going to be doing that. But yeah, pretty good. Let's move on to the PC requirements. Honestly, these are pretty good. This game looks very easy to run. The only thing is it says SSD required for best experience, but say how they don't say required to play the game. So I think if you use a hard drive, you'll be fine. You'll just run into some like mesh issues, like things not loading quick enough, like textures looking blurry for a bit. Honestly, I think it's going to be very playable with a hard drive, as long as you're using 1080p. 1440p doesn't look that hard to run. I could probably run that on my PC. It's 4K that just, you know, requires you to have a 3080. So yeah, if you're just gaming at those lower resolutions, you should be fine. Let's move on to the next one. Now I want to talk about XDefiant's main selling point, and that's basically having no skill-based matchmaking. It literally just doesn't exist within the code, which is great. The only thing is it has team balancing, which means it will just make sure the teams are even. But other than that, it seems like it prefers latency and ping over everything, because right here we have number 1 prefers similar pings, and then avoided players, so you can mute people and not come across them, which is quite nice. Party size prefers to match parties against parties of similar size. This is great because, say if you can be solo and bump into a team of 5 on like most games, but in this, if you're in a party of 4, it's going to try and match you with another party of 4. So honestly, I've always thought that way of skill balancing was quite nice. It just makes it fair. And it prefers your region, so that just makes ping even better. And then there's input device, prefers players using the same input device. It also has protection on switching inputs mid-game. So say if you play as controller, match with people with controller, if you switch to a keyboard, it won't let you play. You just have to use your controller, which is quite nice. And then it says prefers players using the same platform. So I think if you're not playing with someone who's in a different platform with you, it's going to be very unlikely that you come across a game where it's like crossplay and you're playing with other people, unless the servers are just dead. But I honestly think XDefiant is going to harbor a small player base, like a big enough player base to where it's diluted enough where you could just go against your platform. Honestly, this level of transparency on how the matchmaking system works is very refreshing. I wish like more AAA studios would follow in XDefiant's footsteps and just tell us what's going on behind the scenes. But you know, it seems like XDefiant is probably like one of the first, at least in this era of games, to actually tell us what is going on. And the fact that it's no SBMM has just a lot of people interested in this game. XDefiant's a very experimental game. We're going to see if the old matchmaking system from the old CODs way back, we're going to see if it still holds up, which I'm honestly very interested in, and I think it will personally. It'll just be more fun in comparison. Not every game's going to be a sweat fest. It's going to be quite good. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Everything I've spoken about, the preloads, the Twitch drops, the article, and the matchmaking is all going to be in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching.